Hi, Alan Hills here, host of SRTV's movie review show, A Night at the Movies. I want to thank all of you viewers for an incredible first season, since the viewing numbers that I've received have truly exceeded all of my expectations. For those of you who have been watching the show from the beginning, you may have noticed that the first episode to be uploaded, A Journey Through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is labeled as Season 1, Episode 2. The reason for that is I have only just finished editing the pilot that was filmed earlier in the semester. So without further ado, here is the original and previously unpublished pilot for A Night at the Movies, Thor's Journey Through the Marvel Cinematic Universe. My end of season treat to all of you. Enjoy. Hi, I'm Alan Hills, and welcome to SRTV's new movie review show, A Night at the Movies. Now, as they say in the film business, let's cut to the chase. Since Thor Ragnarok was such a huge hit and is being released on Blu-ray March 6th, the theme of this first episode will be all about Thor and his epic journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just a moment. Forget it. Anyway, Chris Hemsworth has brought the iconic comic book character to life with his amazing acting for the past 7 years. The same goes for the phenomenally talented Tom Hiddleston, who plays Thor's mischievous adopted brother Loki. Hemsworth's portrayal of Thor is humble and righteous, while Hiddleston's portrayal of Loki is bold and cunning. These guys are probably the two best actors in the entire series. So without further ado, here's the rundown of their cinematic legacies. The Mighty Avengers' cinematic debut was in the 2011 solo film Thor, which happens to be my all-time favorite movie. Believe me when I say that this first Thor movie really is special. On one hand, it contains captivating drama during the scenes on Thor's homeworld of Asgard that can only be compared to that of Shakespeare. On the other hand, the film also contains amusing modern-day humor during the scenes on Midgard or Earth that is extremely clever. Both genres work incredibly well together thanks to Kenneth Branagh's majestic direction. Both Thor and Loki triumphantly return in the unforgettable 2012 assemblage epic, Marvel's The Avengers. Aside from director Joss Whedon's incredible screenplay and the cast's amazing acting jobs, the defining highlight of this film is the fact that Loki is the villain. This establishment opens the door for more iconic interactions, and not only with Thor, but the rest of the Avengers. Seeing both Thor and Loki interact with these great characters is unlike anything you've ever seen on film. Thor and Loki return once again in 2013's Thor: The Dark World, the God of Thunder's second solo film. This film features stylish direction by Alan Taylor, as well as amazing sets that have purely medieval aesthetics. Like I said before, the drama between the Asgardian characters can only be compared to that of Shakespeare. So watching the characters in these settings is like watching a Shakespearean play. The Asgardians could not be more captivating. However, the best part about this whole movie is that Thor and Loki team up for the first time since the beginning of the first Thor. Their humorous reunion truly is the defining highlight of this movie. Hemsworth reprises Thor for the fourth time in 2015's Avengers: Age of Ultron, the second Avengers movie. Written and directed by Joss Whedon once again, this movie is highly pivotal for Thor since he becomes the one to realize that the Infinity Stones, a group of powerful objects that appear in most of the MCU movies, have been constantly popping up out of nowhere. This realization prompts him to investigate these occurrences at the end of the movie. He also sets out to learn more about the stones and to find out who's searching for them. This quest is obviously leading Thor closer to Thanos, the ultimate villain of the MCU, as well as the comic tyrant who was responsible for helping Loki invade Earth in the first Avengers. Played by Josh Brolin, Thanos is the one who wants the stones for his own malicious intents, as shown in the thrilling post-credits scene. This is the defining plotline of the current MCU that is finally going to be shown on the big screen this summer. Therefore, Age of Ultron truly is a huge turning point for Thor's MCU journey. However, 4 years went by where Thor and Loki were not seen together at all. Hiddleston even filmed a cameo of Loki for Age of Ultron that ended up being cut. All of that changed, however, with the recent theatrical release of Thor's long-awaited third solo film, Thor: Ragnarok, which happens to be the most acclaimed Marvel film ever, and for good reason. Directed by comedic mastermind Taika Waititi, this movie takes the Thor trilogy to unprecedented heights with its outrageously funny humor. The movie also has somewhat of an 80s retro vibe, thanks to the wildly psychedelic action and Mark Mothersbaugh's synth-filled musical score. They even go full Guardians of the Galaxy by using a classic rock hit, which in this case was Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. This song really was a perfect choice, since part of the lyrics are, "Hammer of the gods will drive our ships to new land." This is also the first solo film to feature more Avengers. Mark Ruffalo returns for what is probably his most incredible reprisal as Hulk. Benedict Cumberbatch also returns for his second reprisal as Dr. Stephen Strange. His appearance is set in a much longer version of the post-credits scene from 2016's Doctor Strange, in which he and Thor meet in his study in the New York City Sanctum Sanctorum to discuss a crucial matter. This extremely humorous scene was also directed by Waititi. Overall, Thor Ragnarok was undoubtedly the best movie of 2017. I went to see a lot of good movies last year, but I enjoyed this one the most. It is Marvel Studios at their absolute best. Overall, Hemsworth and Hiddleston have made great contributions to the MCU, and I look forward to seeing Thor and Loki finally facing Thanos in Avengers Infinity War on May 4th and in Avengers 4 on May 3rd, 2019. And that's all the time we have. I'm Alan Hills, and this has been A Night at the Movies. Thank you for watching.